Now, the joy of coming to a show like this is that you do get to spy some genuinely original and innovative designs. And Louis, this is one of them. This is your pod. What do we call this?
We call this the seed pod.
The seed pod.
Yeah.
The shape, I suppose, describes everything we need to know. But I gather you make these in South Africa.
Yeah, we do. We've got a couple of different fabrication options, but this one was made in South Africa, yeah.
And I imagine something like this, which is suspended off the ground, is quite useful in a place like South Africa, where there's a lot of things crawling around that might ruin your night.
Actually, we designed it initially for a site in Mauritius, where there aren't so many creepy crawlies, but yeah, it's kind of ideal for forest environments where there are a lot of insects and ants and mosquitoes and things like that. Because obviously it's very difficult for any of the creepy crawlies to get in there. Yeah.
But this one you've got mounted on this freestanding frame, which is a brilliant idea. I mean, you can put these absolutely anywhere, or I suppose suspend them from trees if you were lucky enough to have a more sort of wooded environment.
Yeah, so in Mauritius we did them from it's like a mangrove woodland next to a river. So basically we suspended them between several trees. But there's multiple options. The other thing I would love to do at some point is, a narrow gorge or cliff face. You could have anchored them into the sides of the cliff, have them hanging over a ravine or even a river.
Wow.
And then one of the things I've always wanted to do is, find someone with a big old barn.
Yep.
Or a big warehouse, and it'd be kind of a cool hostel if you had 4 or 5 of these hanging inside some big hangout.
But that's the joy of it. I mean, I'm just going to have a quick look inside.
Yeah.
So you've got room in here for a good-sized double bed.
Yep.
And then this frame fascinates me, this spiral of steel that runs up right inside it. Is that what's holding it together, or is it the fabric that's doing the job?
It's the fabric that's the structural support, so the fabric is in tension holding up all the weight.
You're obviously not going to get an ensuite in this, but I imagine if you were able to cluster them together, then the options are endless, aren't they?
Yeah, we're just developing a new model, which is of the same family, called the Hive, which is a kind of bathroom stroke, walk-in living stroke, living space, which will be its sister tent. And so we figure out ways of just configuring them together. You could have kind of two seed pods in a hive, 3 seed pods in a hive.
But you're creating that sense of community with them. I think that's the clever thing. And I could certainly see these working, certainly in the UK, in woodland settings with great views. I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea. $1 million question: what would this, as it currently stands, cost me if I was thinking of investing? Bearing in mind I probably want 2 or 3 to complement the whole setup.
So this is a tensile membrane structure, so it's a bit different. It's engineered to 140 km/h wind speeds. The fabric's got a 10-year warranty, but it'll set you back about £8,000.
You see, I don't think, for what it is, given that it's something which is utterly unique, architecturally memorable, and I think that's what most of us who go glamping want to come away with, the sense that we've stayed somewhere that is unlike anything else we've ever stayed in before. I don't think that's bad, actually. And as a business setup, weighed against the cost of a shepherd's hut, which could go anywhere from 30 to 50 to 60,000 pounds as one comparison, I think you're breaking into the UK market could be a good thing.
Well, there's a couple of things that are important to bear in mind. Is one, this is completely suspended. It hasn't got any concrete footings, hasn't got any concrete elements to it. So it really is a truly
light footprint.
Yeah. And also it's designed for disassembly, so you can take it away. So if you have a forest environment, a farm with a bit of woodland or copse or something like that, you put 4 or 5 in these. It's got that high PR value. Great for young people, great for kids. So it's got that kind of fun factor, and I think a lot of the glampers are looking for that kind of Instagrammable experience.
100% they are, but as you say, it's fun, and that's the joy of it. And I think looking around the showground, there's a lot of fun here on offer for all kinds of price brackets. But I love this. I think it's great. I mean, it caught my eye. I'm sure it's caught the eye of many people walking around here today and over this weekend. I wish you all the best with it, mate. Well done, you.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.